Hello everyone and welcome to a new video on the channel. In today's video I'm going to be continuing my Blu-ray collection. This part of the video of the series is going to be a bit different because for the most part it's just going to be ones that since starting the collection video series I have bought, so they've not been incorporated into the collection, and I would say 90% of those are ones that haven't even been shown on the channel yet. So you'll get to see them twice. You'll see them now, and then you'll see them in about a week's time when I have my end of the month video up. So I'm not going to go, I'll go more in depth here than I will in those ones because this will be a shorter video. But yeah, this is just catching up this video really, and then we'll get back on track. I'm going to try and finish it today. It's a bit ambitious because there's still, I'd say, at least 4 videos left to go, but I'm going to try and persevere. I've got my glass of water. So I'm going to try and talk as long as I can until my voice hurts and get all these videos ready to go out. They will still go out weekly, but this one should go out the day that it's made, which is the Sunday, because I missed it. I was supposed to record some last week, but I didn't have the time. I only had time to do my film reviews, so I missed it last Friday. Well, Friday just gone, so I apologise, but we should be back on track now. So let's get straight in, well, say straight into it, a minute and a half into it. Let's start. First up, we have All the President's Men, HMV Premium Collection. This is number 5 on the collection. And as you will see in my films that I haven't watched part of the video, you'll see the end of the month before that video. I went on a theme, and that theme is Dustin Hoffman. You'll see that in the, as I say, in the video where I show all the ones that I've not watched yet. But as I say, you will have seen them by then because you will have seen them in my end of March haul. But this is one of them that I'd put in the collection already because I have seen it. I believe who directed it. I want to say it was Alan Pakula. Yeah, I thought it was. I was either going to say that was Sid Lumet. But yeah, this is basically about the Watergate scandal. You've got Robert Redford and Dustin Hoffman, who play 2 reporters that are like trying to uncover the conspiracy surrounding the White House and Watergate specifically. And yeah, it's a really good film, really solid thriller with some great supporting performances, specifically from Jason Robards, who actually won an Academy Award for it. This film, I think, won quite a few Academy Awards. It doesn't say all of them on here, but it does say Jason Robards. Oh, it does. He won for Best Supporting Actor. They also won Adaptation, Screenplay, Art Direction, and Sound. So, not the biggest, but this still won Oscars. So, but yeah, really good film, All the President's Men. So that is one that I went past. Now, quite a few 4Ks that I went past, and you'll see a theme here. Starting with Star Wars The Last Jedi. Trying to get the Star Wars 4Ks. I have the Blu-rays. I'm not as keen to get the Star Wars films on 4K just because I haven't seen any of the older ones. I want to get the sequels before I get the older ones, purely because I've seen them, so I know that I enjoy them, whereas I haven't seen, the only of the older ones I've seen is A New Hope, which is really bad. I should definitely get onto that. But I want to get them on 4K before I dive into the ones I've not seen. But yeah, this was cheap, so I got that one. And then I got Solo, Star Wars Story. I quite enjoy this, directed by Ron Howard. I think Alden Ehrenreich is a pretty good young Han Solo. And I think this is a pretty underrated spin-off film. I quite enjoyed it. I think the casting is good. It is at the centre a heist film. But yeah, I just really enjoyed that. So, Solo. Then we have Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker, a film which has divided audiences. Some people really like it, some people really hate it because it's too ambitious. I'm not a huge fan of Star Wars, so as a film itself, I quite enjoyed it. If I was a bigger fan of Star Wars, I may have a different opinion, but I thought it was good. Not fantastic. I mean, it definitely wouldn't be anywhere near the favourite films of 2019 for me, but I had a fun time with it in the cinema, and again, it's another cheap 4K to add to the collection. Now, getting into MCU films that I haven't shown yet. This is kind of like a pickup video, really, isn't it? But I just thought now, I am still going to show them, as I say, but I will, the ones that are shown here, so the ones that I have seen, I'm just going to show. I'm not going to say anything because I'm going to say my thoughts now. I'm sorry, I keep repeating myself, but I just want to make it clear. So the first MCU film I got, Iron Man, the one that started it all. I actually only have 4 I need to get now, and then I'll have a completed MCU collection on 4K. I have got an awful lot of Disney, Marvel, Star Wars films this month, most of which you'll see now, but yeah, Iron Man, and they're all from eBay or Amazon, really cheap, so I'm very happy with them. And we have Captain America, the First Avenger, which is pretty much a war film, and I really like it. I remember enjoying it. It's been a hell of a long time since I've seen it, so I definitely do need to watch it again. But as I say, I remember really liking it. Yeah, I think it's quite underrated, so I will definitely be watching this one when I do my MCU rewatch soon, hopefully. And then we have Thor. On the lower end of the MCU films for me. I like it, but not as much as I could. The first 2 Thor films I have a very similar opinion on, but yeah, it was okay, I suppose. Then we have Avengers Assemble, first film of its kind. It's like a big superhero team-up film, and I remember when it came out really liking it. Obviously since then we've had the likes of Infinity War, Endgame, many films like that, Justice League, the Snyder Cut specifically, where it builds on superheroes teaming up, but this was the first of anything like that that we got, so I think at the time it was quite special to watch. But since then it's definitely, I'd say it's in the middle of MCU films for me. It's good, I have a lot of fun with it, but it isn't the best. What is the worst? Well, the worst for me, and for many, is Thor: The Dark World. Just remember it being really boring. I couldn't actually tell you what the film was about. It's probably one of the only MCU films that I've ever watched once. I have never had a desire to go back to it. I will when I do my rewatch of all of them. But yeah, I just don't remember anything good about it. The villain I remember being awful. I can't even remember who the villain was. Yeah, there's nothing that I can really remember about this film, to be honest. So yeah, that's all I can say about Thor: The Dark World. Then we have Avengers Age of Ultron, second Avengers film. I like this more than the first Avengers film. I know some people don't, but I do. I just like the story. I like Ultron. I think he's a really good villain, and I like when the whole Sokovia part of the film. Yeah, I just really like Age of Ultron. Then we have the final MCU film that I got this month, Doctor Strange. For the new one, I needed to get this, but also because I needed to rewatch. I'm aiming to try and get them all by hopefully middle of April, and then I will try and watch one every day, all the way up until Doctor Strange 2's released. I don't know whether I'll be able to do it. I will try. That's like 25 films. I doubt I will have enough time, but when I have them all, I'll see how much time it is between then and the film being released, and I'll see if there's not enough time. I'll do it for Thor in July, because then I'll have plenty of time to watch them. But if there is, then I'll do it, and I will do a ranking on the channel, because at the moment my thoughts are on some of them, like Thor: The Dark World. At the moment I would say is at the bottom, but I could be wrong. There may be one that I don't like as much, but yeah, anyway, baffling on now. Doctor Strange. And then we have some Disney films, quite a few Disney films. We have Beauty and the Beast, the live action film, one of my favourite of the live action films. I know for a lot of people it's probably like towards the bottom. But I really like this. I like the story of Beauty and the Beast. It is one of my favourite Disney animated films, and one that I have to get on 4K at some point. And I think the casting in this is really good, and it's just a really good and faithful live action adaptation. Then we have Frozen. Yeah, it's a pretty good film. It's been a long time since I watched it. It's one of those films that I remember coming out and everyone that I knew had seen it, and I hadn't. And it's about 2 years later that I watched it, and yeah, as Disney films go, it is a pretty good film. I've still not seen the sequel yet. I have got it. That will be in an upcoming video. But yeah, I had to add it to the collection. And then we have The Jungle Book, one of the first live-action adaptations, because they started doing a lot of them after this. But yeah, I can't remember anything about this adaptation. But it's got a good voice cast, so it's one that I will have to check out again. Then we have Mary Poppins Returns, a really good sequel to a classic Disney film. Perfect casting with Emily Blunt as Mary Poppins, and a really great supporting cast. I really enjoyed this. I think it's a worthy sequel to the original. Only thing with this is I bought this on eBay, and obviously it said on the eBay when I bought it, 4K and Blu-ray, and you go in, open it, and there's only the 4K. I was partially refunded, but it did annoy me a bit. Not that I would ever watch the Blu-ray, but it would kind of bug me knowing that there's no Blu-ray in there when it's supposed to. But that's just causing an argument for argument's sake. Then we have Mulan, the live-action Mulan. I'm one of the few that really enjoyed this. It was probably one of my favourite films of 2020. Just the way that they went with it. They cut the music out, and it was more serious, darker in tone, and more faithful to the original story. So yeah, really like Mulan. Happy to have that in the collection. Then these two I can technically show together. I will say this again in my end of month video, but these two I got on the 2 for 24, which is currently going on both HMV and Amazon. I got these from Amazon, and they were two missing 4Ks from the collection, Disney films. There wasn't a lot there really that I haven't already got now. Very few. There was I think some of the Disney films, Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, and Mulan. I think those were the only ones that I really wanted other than these two. And both of these only came out last year, so I think it was quite good, 2 for 24. First one's Jojo Rabbit, which I did have on Blu-ray, which is why I was hesitant to upgrade it on 4K. But it was in the 2 for 24. I think that's good enough to upgrade on 4K. It's a fantastic film, and I'm sure it'll look great on 4K. And then we also have Unbreakable. Only came out in October, I believe, on 4K. M. Night Shyamalan film. I remember really enjoying it. Disney don't seem to do a lot of 4K releases. I mean, we have this, and then the next one after that was Roger Rabbit, and we've not had any since then. So it'd be nice to see some others. We had quite a lot of good ones last year. I mean, we had Speed, this, Roger Rabbit. Trying to think what other ones. I'm sure there were some other ones that I'm forgetting. Let me know in the comments if you can remember any of the ones that I am forgetting. But yeah, Unbreakable, happy to have that. And then the new release that came out a few weeks ago, West Side Story, my favourite film of 2021, and one of my favourite Spielberg films. Can't wait to watch this again. Very happy to have it on 4K. One next that I was planning on doing an unboxing on the channel for when I got it, but I think time's passed now, and I won't. I might do it in my end of month, but I'm just going to show you now. This is the Green Mile Special Edition, 4K Collector's Edition, whatever you want to call it. £35 I think is great for this, considering it's a fantastic film. I will just quickly. I won't go into detail, but I'll just quickly show you what you get. So you get the 4K, which alone is £20, and I think is due to come out individually next week, maybe tomorrow. I'm not sure about that though. Then you get this nice booklet with a lot of information about the film. And then you get, let's get this back in properly, doesn't want to go in, there we go. Then you get this, which basically just comes with a load of art cards, which I'm not going to get out. So yeah, I'm happy. I have got, this is the first collector's edition, but I think I'm going to try and keep on top of them now, because they're lovely editions. I've got Singing in the Rain on pre-order, the same sort of edition for the end of next month, which I'm looking forward to. This one is probably up there with Mad Max in terms of my favourite of my collection now, because I just think it just looks great, especially this front cover here. It just looks absolutely great. So yeah, that is the Green Mile. Then we have two back catalogue, or a lot of these are back catalogue. This was £10 at HMV, well 50% off, and it really annoyed me because it didn't come with a slipcover, and this is a film that I know has a slipcover, and that is Inception. If I find one later on down the road, I will definitely get it, but I couldn't see any on eBay, so I'm not going to bother at the moment. It's the film I'm after, really. I love this film, probably my favourite Christopher Nolan film, and one that definitely deserves a rewatch from me soon. And then two more 4Ks. We have Shawshank Redemption, another one from Warner Brothers that I was waiting to go on offer, and then obviously it was 50% off last month, so I jumped on that and got it. Very happy that it came with a slipcover as well. Now I will definitely be rewatching that soon. And then one that I did have on Blu-ray but was ridiculously cheap. I think it does go cheap on eBay, to be honest, because it's not a great film. Well, it's not a terrible film, it's a good film, but that is Tenet. It's just too confusing, really, for its own good. Yes, it's the more I watch it, the more I enjoy it, and the more I understand it, but it is quite confusing if you really look at it, but I've heard it looks great on 4K, so I'd definitely be checking that one out. And then Blu-rays, we have Big Miracle, a Drew Barrymore and John Krasinski film based on a true story about a family of whales that are trapped under the ice just off of the coast of Alaska, and set in the 80s, and it's about all these people coming together to try and save them. Really nice, heartwarming film. Happy to have that one in the collection. Then we have Florence Foster Jenkins, another Meryl Streep film that I have now seen, about an opera singer, but she's a really bad opera singer. Yeah, enjoyed it for what it was. Not too special, but great performance from Meryl Streep. Then we have Good Morning Vietnam, which I have already talked about on the channel, given my review, but I don't believe I've shown it yet, like in the collection series. Great Robin Williams film. He can do no wrong in my eyes. Then we have another recent release, new release, one of my favourite, it's definitely in my top 10 films from last year, and that is King Richard. Anytime Will Smith has a film, I buy it as soon as I can. I have pretty much all of his films on the best quality format in my collection now, because he's one of my favourite actors. So yeah, and this is a fantastic film. Hope he does win the Oscar for that. Then we have Marley and Me, really good film, watched this a lot when I was younger, so yeah, no brainer to add to the collection. Then we have Midnight Cowboy, a film with Dustin Hoffman and Jon Voight. Very good film, one of Dustin Hoffman's best performances. Thoroughly enjoyed this film, although at times it is definitely a hard watch. Then we have Miss You Already, yeah, with Drew Barrymore and Toni Collette. Bit of a depressing film, really. I got it for the cast, and I do like a good British film. It was good, it was definitely good, but you've got to be in the right mood to watch this film, because it will affect you for the rest of the day, so good job I watched it at the end of the day. Then we have The Mitchells vs. the Machines, one of the best animated films from last year. Very happy this got physical release, considering it is a Netflix film. But yeah, animation looks stunning. I don't think it will win the best animated film at the Oscars. I think that'll probably go to Encanto, which I haven't seen yet. But yeah, very happy to have this, and it was only £10, which is a bargain. Three more. We have The Outsiders, which I have seen, and not as good as people make it out to be. The plot's quite slow, watching the complete novel. It's a bit all over the place towards the end. The acting's great, the cast's great, the characters are great. So it is still an average film for me. So yeah, still happy to have that. I will keep that. And now going back to the normal collection, where we are. There's only 2, and then I'll continue the rest on the next video. We have Passenger 57 with Wesley Snipes, a good thriller on a plane about a terrorist taking over a plane, and he's an airplane security expert that takes them down. Average for what it is. And then we do have Passengers, which I would like to get on 4K at some point. Pretty good film with Chris Pratt and Jennifer Lawrence on a spaceship, and they wake up before they're supposed to, because they're supposed to be in hypersleep. I really liked it. Thought it was a really good film. I've seen it quite a few times now. And that is it. So that is everything for this part of the Blu-ray collection. All the things that I haven't shown that were previous to where we are. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to give it a like. Subscribe if you want to see more videos like this, and turn your notification bell on so you know when I have a new video uploaded onto the channel. Comment down below, are there any there that you have? Anything and everything. I will get back to anyone that takes the time to leave me a comment, and that is it. So until next time everyone, take care, goodbye.